Hello everyone. So in our previous video, that is part 1 and part 2, we covered so many things like installation, or you can say that some basic things like head function, tail function, then describe, then shape, and then columns and copy function and everything. Again, in this video also we will focus on some more basic things like obviously right now the first line is import pandas as pd. So obviously no need to write everywhere pandas that word. Instead of that, you can write only pd. Okay, suppose you are interested in printing the version number for this, then you can use pd dot underscore underscore version, and again underscore underscore, and close the round bracket, control s and fy. See, what we are getting as output is installed version is 2.2.1. Then next thing is in pandas we can have a series. Now, first of all, what is the meaning of series? We will keep this line as it is only. Okay, pd dot version. So every time when we will execute, obviously we will get every time version number. Okay. So now the next topic is all about pandas series. Panda series is like a column in a table. Matlab it is like a one column, okay, and you can say it is a one dimensional array, one dimensional, which is holding the data of any type. It can hold any type of data. So for example, suppose if I write a is equal to, and if I write suppose some data 1 comma 7 comma 2, something like this, okay, and then I have one more variable, for example b is equal to, and we are converting that into the series form. So pd.Series, and then in the bracket you have to write capital A, that is also must, okay, and then obviously we will write print b, okay, so print, and we'll write print b, control s and f5. So obviously version number, so that is obvious thing, like we have kept that line, but the main part is it is not showing only 172, that is this thing, but it is showing also 012. So what it means actually, that is also very important. Okay, so obviously they are nothing but they are called as labels. Okay, so if nothing is specified, the values of the labels will be like starting from 0, that is the by default, and then second value of that index will be 1, and so on. So obviously what is the use of having labels? Labels can be used to access the specified value. Means what? At a label or index number 1, whatever you want to say, the value is 7, then label at index number 2, okay, or label 2 or index 2, whatever you want to say, the value is what? 2. And likewise you can go ahead. So suppose if I write b of 1, suppose for example, I'm not interested in printing everything of b, but only b of 1, okay, then in that case control s and f5. Okay, so it will print only that value, that is 7, b of 1. Okay, so you can create your own label also. It is not like it should be only predefined. So in this only, in this same only, we will modify, like when we are writing b is equal to pd.Series and a comma, and then we can write index and equal to, and inside that we can write for example first label name as x, then we can write second label name as what? Y, and then third label name as what? Z, for example. Okay, that is in the form of list. And then suppose no need of only print b of 1, full print b, control s and f5, for example. See, now instead of 012, it is x for 1, y for 7, and z for 2. And same way, obviously, as I said, b of 0, b of 1, that is actually default value. But if I write b of, suppose y, if I write, okay, suppose something like this, control S, b of y and f5. So obviously it will give me answer as what? As 7. So that is also very easy. Like you can have your own labels also if you want to create. But if you are not creating, then obviously by default it will consider as a label or index number starting from 0, 1, 2, and so on. And secondly, this was also one of the method only. Like first we have values, then we can have an index. No, we can create both the things together also, just like your dictionary. In dictionary we can have a keys and we can have a values also. Okay, so for example, instead of writing all these things, okay, let me remove this. For example, we can use the curly brackets and we can write, for example, x and its value 720, something like this. And then we can have a y and its value, for example, 123, something like this. Then we can have a z and its value, for example, 456, something like this. Okay, we have a keys also and we have this values also. And then we will write b is equal to pd dot series, okay, and series of a, okay. And then obviously we will print what? B. Okay, so control s and f5. Let me just keep this as a full screen. Okay, X is a key, Y is a key, Z is a key, and 720, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are what? So values. So this is a very simple way to define keys and values. Okay, so for our table or for our data actually. Okay, and then same way like suppose you are interested in selecting only some of the items in the dictionary. Okay, like I want only the answer of y, I want only the answer of z or something like that. Okay, so what you can do is you can write separately only the index number over here. Okay, here while writing b is equal to pd.Series a, comma, and then you can write index equal to, and then in the square bracket, in a double quotation, you can mention whatever your index is, like for example, y comma z, that is in double quotation, and control s and f5. So here it will print only the key and value of y and what? Z. Okay, so I think these are some of the basic things, obviously, like series and everything, like version number, what is the meaning of keys, values, everything in pandas. Okay, thank you everyone.